Hello everyone and welcome back to the Regina Hertz career mode, and Regina is currently in 5th position with 85 points, but now it's time for her to get inside an old motor. Set your nerdgasms to overload as we watched a girl driving a Ferrari around a racetrack. Anyway, we continue on to Germany. As you can see, our contract is still ongoing with the Williams team at the moment, and all is well. On to the development side now. As you can see, the Williams is currently still last place in the development race, and Ferrari are currently out on top. Oh my goodness, and the engine looks pretty good. Anyway, let's continue on then with the qualifying session at Germany.
Welcome to Germany for today's qualifying session at the famous Hockenheim ring. The pit lane lights will turn green in the next minute or two to signify the start of qualifying. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
So that's her first quali run. Now she's going out for another run. As you can see, she's in real trouble once again. She's currently in last position. Yes, 20 from the grid. She goes a little bit wide there, a little bit wide, but can she improve now on this last place as she crosses the line? The answer to that is going to be, oh, bloody hell, yes she does. 13th place for Regina Hertz. This, of course, is only the first session of qualifying, but she did end up in 13th place with Sebastian Vettel on pole. And after the second qualifying session, which she didn't unfortunately manage to get into the shootout, Sebastian Vettel got pole once again, and Regina Hertz ended up for the race in 15th position. Okay then, let's do this. Okay, so she starts behind Lance Stroll, her teammate at Germany, as the 5 lights go out and we say go, 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 and it's away she goes. Oh, a little bit of a wheel spinny start from Regina there. Pierre Gasly's off to the right as we go into turn 1. She's going to be very, very tight indeed. Oh, there's no space for Regina, so she has to go wide off to the circuit, and there's Esteban Ocon now in the Force India directly in front of her as we go into turn 2. Oh my goodness, he sort of parks it right in the middle there, and there's no room past, and we're 3 abreast now. Lance Stroll was one of those cars, and Kevin Magnussen backs off, but she's now behind her teammate Lance Stroll as we go up this extraordinarily long straight before we go for this very, very tight right-hander. But I don't think Regina's going to give up on trying to get past her teammate as she dives down the inside of Lance Stroll, and she does do. Yes, she gets past Lance Stroll, her teammate, so she's up now, I think, into 12th position now, and chasing hard after one of the McLarens. It's another fantastic performance from Regina Hertz in the Williams, which of course is currently one of the slowest cars, or is the slowest car in the field. So yes, up into 12th now, and the person in front of her is Fernando Alonso in, of course, the orange liveried McLaren. Now, one of my subscribers actually suggested that I don't do a career on F1 2019 purely for the fact that I won't be able to say that anymore. Fantastic. Anyway, we crossed the line after lap 1 and we're still in 12th position for the Hertz at the moment. Kevin Magnussen behind in 13th place. Fernando Alonso ahead in 11th position. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 3 of the Grand Prix. The DRS has been enabled and we've got a yellow flag as a car off, I do believe. I think that's one of the Renaults. It's Nico Hulkenberg, yes. And I think he's out of the race on lap 3. Oh my goodness. So something has gone wrong for the Renault driver. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 4. She managed to catch up to the back of Fernando Alonso. It doesn't really matter because he's coming to the pits now. It's a very, very early pit stop for Fernando. In fact, there's a couple of other cars coming very, very early as well. And she's made it up now to 8th position, just behind Esteban Ocon in the Force India. Still ahead, though, of Kevin Magnussen in the Haas car. This is now lap 5 as we accelerate forward a little bit later into lap 5. Still in 8th position for the Hertz, but as you can see, she's under real pressure now from the Haas driver as he tries to get past. He dives down inside. The Hertz goes very, very wide, but he gets past. Oh my goodness, that is, of course, Kevin Magnussen. And she's lost her position down to 9th position now for the Hertz on lap 5. The Honey Badger Daniel Ricciardo is currently there. Oh, but she's not giving up on this. She goes very, very deep, but she cocks it up and she can't get out of that apex, and she once again loses that place, but she's still in 9th position on lap 5 as we accelerate forward now to the end of the lap. And there are more cars now coming into the pits, which means Regina Hertz is going to gain a huge amount of positions. Yes, right up down to 6th position for the Hertz. No, now 5th position. Wowzers. As she tries to look behind her to see the car behind her is, of course, the Honey Badger Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull. And, of course, he's got a lot more horsepower underneath that car, so he's going to try and get past her, of course, as we go into this Grand Prix. Anyway, we accelerate forward at the end of lap 6, and there's even more cars coming to the pits, which means the Hertz is now up into 4th position as Valtteri Bottas in the Mercedes just rejoins from the pits. So yes, 4th position now. She's ahead of Sebastian Vettel in the Ferrari. This is going to get very, very spicy indeed, as she's in the middle of a Mercedes and a Ferrari sandwich, and I don't think she's going to come off very well because both of those cars are infinitely more superior with the horsepower than what's in the back of this car. Well, it's not really just the horsepower, it's all of it. It's the whole package in the Williams that is not up to par with the other cars. Anyway, we accelerate forward out to lap 8 of the Grand Prix, and Sebastian Vettel, as we expected, has made his move on Regina Hertz, and he managed to get past. We've got a warning for a collision with Sebastian Vettel, but it doesn't really matter because there's no damage to either car. But Vettel gets past, but is Regina going to try and take a move on Sebastian Vettel and get the place back? She's going to dive down the inside, does she? Oh yes, she does. As I've said many, many times before, she has been tutelaged by the Hookster, who says, just bloody go for it, woman, just bloody go for it. And that's exactly what she's done. So yes, up into 4th now. Once again, Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know what's happened to Sebastian Vettel, actually. Oh, there he is, right behind us. But we've also got Daniel Ricciardo right behind us, just off the left of us as we go very, very deep to this corner. I don't think she's going to make it. No, she hasn't. And look at that. Sebastian Vettel, the sneaky little git, using that opportunity of Regina trying to get past Daniel Ricciardo, has got past her. But once again, she dies very, very late indeed. And yes, she manages to get back into 4th position now. Wowzers, this is now lap 9, so we accelerate forward out to lap 12. As you can see, Vettel, Ricciardo and Gasly, as Regina Hertz just happened to go a little bit wide there. All 3 of those cars get past, but oh Jesus Christ on a stick, she manages to do another dive bomb, and she's got another warning for a collision with Sebastian Vettel. You know, back in the day, they used to just call that racing, yes, but now every time you just happen to clip someone, it's called, oh, warning, collision. Oh, do please just fuck off. Anyway, as you can see, Lewis Hamilton has got past Regina Hertz now, but once again, she goes very, very deep to the corner and gets the place back. So it's now... oh, that gets another bloody warning. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to lap 15 of this Grand Prix, and the Hertz is currently in 5th position. Oh, we've got the virtual safety... oh no, her teammate Lance Stroll is out of the race. Well, that's good news for Regina. Good news for Regina, especially if she picks up some points. Anyway, the virtual safety car has been deployed, but now it's ending. We have to be very, very careful that we match our delta times, otherwise we will get a penalty at this point. But we're okay. Okay, so this is now lap 15 as we return to racing speed. And now, another car coming to the pits. As I was saying that, we're having the 4th position once more. It'll soon be time though for the Hertz to make her one pit stop that she always does in these races. As we accelerate forward to lap 16, we've got yellow flag. There's a car going very, very slowly. Hey, Sebastian Vettel. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's happened to Sebastian, but he's going very, very slowly around the circuit, so he's not going to score any points today. Which is all good for the Regina Hertz Championship. On lap 16 now as we accelerate forward to lap 19. We've got another yellow flag, and it's Sergio Perez in the Force India. He's now out of the Grand Prix, parked up on the right hand side of the circuit. So the Hertz is back into 4th position now as we accelerate forward to lap 21. And finally it's time for the Hertz to have her pit stop. She actually started on the harder tyre, which was the yellow sidewall tyre, so I think she's going to go now onto a faster tyre, which is going to be, I think, the Ultra Soft. Let's have a look. Yes, it is the Ultra Soft, the purple coloured tyre. So hopefully we'll get to the end on these. It's going to be a little bit dicey though. There's still quite a few laps to go. Anyway, she rejoins, as you can see. Lots of cars went past her as she came out of the pits there. But she is going to reach... 9th position for the Hertz. 9th position. Just behind Maxi Boy Verstappen and ahead of Carlos Sainz. Of course, the only remaining Renault now, because Nico Hulkenberg has gone out of the Grand Prix. Okay, we accelerate forward down to lap 24, and she's managed to catch up to the back of Maxi Boy, who's fighting like crazy with Marcus Ericsson in the Sauber. Yes, the bloody Sauber. Now, Verstappen's got DRS on Ericsson. Ericsson's got no DRS, as you can see, because his flap is closed. And Regina's got... she doesn't know where to go. She sneaks down the inside of both the cars. Hopefully, if she can brake very, very late and pull it round, she should get past both of them, and she does. Wow. Fantastic there from Regina Hertz, up now to 7th position. She actually made a bona fide pass on these cars. Anyway, we accelerate forward on lap 29, and Verstappen, quite predictably, has gone past Regina Hertz. Of course, under DRS, but she's trying to do the switchback on him. She's trying to dive down the inside. This is going to be late for Regina. But I think she's done it. Yes, a little bit of a collision warning once again. God. But she managed to get past Maxi Boy Verstappen, up into 7th position now. Romain Grosjean is currently the car ahead as we accelerate forward down to lap 29, and we've got real pressure now from Carlos Sainz trying to get past Regina Hertz. He sort of goes down the inside line, and there's contact. Oh my goodness, wait a minute, I think Carlos has gone round, and there's carnage, absolute carnage behind us. Oh my goodness, let's go to the replay and see exactly what happened there. This is the on-board from Carlos Sainz. He dives down the inside of Regina Hertz. There's contact. He goes round and his wheel comes off as he gets... look at all the debris everywhere. There's cars everywhere now. We've got a Force India with his wheel off as well. Let's go to an on-board now with Maxi Boy Verstappen. As you can see, there's Regina Hertz. There's the contact with the Renault, and Maxi Boy goes straight into the side. T-bones the Renault driver, and just look at the carnage behind. Let's go now to Marcus Ericsson's on-board camera. There's Maxi Boy just in front of us, and there's all the carnage, and he goes straight to the back of Maxi Boy. He ends up in the wall, goes into reverse gear, as you can see, thinks everything's okay, and then wham, bam, straight into the side of him goes a Ferrari, and there's two McLarens as well. Oh my goodness, absolute utter carnage. Let's have a look now from the Ferrari on board. This I think is Sebastian Vettel trying to go down the inside of one of the Toro Rossos there, and then suddenly sees all the carnage, sees he's got nowhere to go, so smacks straight into Marcus Ericsson, then gets pummeled into the backside by both of the McLarens. So there you go, absolute carnage on lap 30 of this Grand Prix, but Regina Hertz is okay. She managed to avoid all of that, and she carries on in 7th position now. So I think in a minute we're going to find out how many drivers have actually retired. And amazingly enough, after all that, Sebastian Vettel's out, after all that carnage, there was no safety car. Can you believe that, Codemasters? After all that carnage, there wasn't a safety car. Anyway, this is now lap 30, as you can see. I think we're going to find out how... Oh yes, Brendan Hartley is now out of the race. Brendan Hartley, so gay, so bloody gay. Oh, and Kimi Raikkonen's out as well. The Iceman is out in the Ferrari. Oh my goodness, that's both the Ferraris out of this Grand Prix with just 4 laps to go now. I think that's the end of the retirement, is it? Yes, I think it is. Anyway, so we're just about to cross the line and start lap 31. Romain Grosjean is currently in 6th position. The Hertz... Oh, wait a minute. No, Raikkonen. It says Raikkonen's still in the race. What's going on? What's going on? Anyway, on to lap 31 now. And as you can see, as we accelerate forward down to lap 33, in fact. And oh my goodness, look at the tyres on Regina Hertz's car. We said it was going to look very, very dodgy towards the end. She's only got one more lap to go. But look, 82% on the front left. hopefully we're not going to get a puncher towards the very, very last lap of this race. Otherwise, it's going to be an absolute disaster for the all teams career mode. As we're just about to start the last lap of the race, Regina Hertz in 6th, Gasly in 7th, Roman Grosjean in 5th. And there we go, we're just about to start the lap right now. Last lap of the race, 85% now on the front left. Is it going to last as we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into the last lap? And Pierre Gasly has got past her under the DRS. She's going to try and defend, but unfortunately she's got no grip left in the tyres as she goes very, very wide. And yes, Gasly's got her. She had absolutely nothing left in those tyres to try and defend that. So she's down to 7th position now, and the next car behind her is Fernando Alonso. Is he going to get past before we get to the finish line? Well, hopefully she should be okay, because there's only really a load of corners and there's not really much opportunity for Fernando to pass. Anyway, there's the confirmation. There is the race winner, and it's Valtteri Bottas. And Hertz, I think, is going to finish in 7th position if Fernando Alonso doesn't make any moves. Just look at the rear view mirrors here, and he's going to the right hand side. Is he going to... Oh, it's a little bit of contact. That was a last attempt move from Fernando Alonso. He's still there, and there's a yellow flag, and Fernando's actually stopped on circuit, so I think he's either spun round or half spun on the very, very last lap there. But he's going again now, so it's okay, and Regina crosses the line in 7th place. Fantastic for that. Oh, look at that. She really had no tyres left. So 7th position for Regina Hertz. More points in the bag for our underperforming Williams. And there is the podium celebrations. Top step went to Valtteri Bottas. Look at that. K-Mag in the Haas in 2nd place. And Lulu in 3rd position. Fantastic. As the confetti goes over everyone. It's time to go to the scores and the doors now. Okay, so Valtteri Bottas won the race. Regina Hertz finished in 7th. She's now in 6th position in the championship with 91 World Championship points. Sebastian Vettel is in the lead with 150. Lulu in 2nd with 120. And in the constructors, we're in 8th position now for the Williams team. Okay then, so that's the end of Germany. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. And of course, there will of course be more later.